Hello students, good morning. Welcome you all to the online class. Today we will continue with our civics part. We have finished the first lessons of geography, history as well as civics. Now we are going to the civics second chapter, that is role of the government in health. Now remember one thing here, this unit 2 starts from here. We are having different units in the civics. So unit 2 is about state government. So in this unit number 2, we are having two chapters again. That is the second lesson, role of the government in health, and third chapter, how the state government works. So we are going to discuss primarily about the state government. Now, what is state government? First, let us understand this. Now, usually you see India is a country, and in the India we are having 29 states, right? So all over the India, who is there? All over the India, who has the rule or who is controlling all the territories of India is called as the central government. Whereas a part within this India, we are having again different states like Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala, right, Jammu and Kashmir. All these are the different states. So each state again has a government which is called as the state government. Central, in the sense, it is for all India, whereas state means for individual state. So when I am talking about state government, here means the government of Karnataka. So what is our state government? Government of Karnataka. So in this chapters, we are going to see about the state government and its role. So here, first of all, we are going to see the government's role, what is government and what is the special role that is played by government in health. Before understanding the ISL, let us simply understand what is the role of government. Now you see, there is a problem. For example, in your street, if there is a problem, that is you are not getting proper water, proper drinking water, or you are not having a proper road facility, or you are not having a proper drainage system, then all these things where you are going to complain or when you are going to request so that these things get better, it will be with the municipalities. So usually you will be complaining about drinking water or the electricity supply or the drainage system or the road system, everything to the municipalities. Who will be the head of the municipalities here? Usually we will be having municipal corporations and municipalities according to the population. So when we have municipalities will be looking over all these issues of water, electricity, hospitals, roads, drainages. So if you have any sort of this problem, whom you have to complain? You have to complain within the municipality. How municipality can solve all these problems? Is it possible for municipality to control all these things? No. It will be controlling under the guidance of the Zilla Parishad, we can say, or else directly it will be it will be solved by the district heads. Okay, means under the district head there may be any head by any name like collector, can be DM, whatever is the name. Usually it is led by in the district, it is there, and in this district will be controlled. That district government, local government we can say. So these people come under the local government. So usually local government again works under the government of state, I can say, or the state government. Right. So first of all, at the center, whom you have central government. Under the central government, you have state government. Under the state government, again there will be various districts, and that districts will be controlled by the state government. For example, Kalburgi is a district. Kalburgi district will be having its own heads. Right? Bidar is a district. It will be having its own head. Like this, all the people who are in the districts of Kalburgi or who are in the districts, sorry, who are in the all these districts are under the Karnataka, they will be controlled by the state government. And these local bodies are, and it is not possible for all the districts to be monitored by one single person. So again, they will divide themselves into municipalities, and municipalities will be controlling all these things. So this is usually the hierarchy of the working of state government. Now what I am telling you, there will be a central government, down to the central government, state government, down to state government, district to about below to that will be municipalities. These district government as well as the municipalities are usually called as the local government. So usually you will get a hierarchy like central government, state government and local government. So in this chapter we are going to see the working of state as well as the local government. Okay. So now when I am talking about local government or the state government, what is their main function or main duty? Only to provide all these things to the people and look to the welfare of the people. To work for what? For the welfare of the people. Whatever work they do, the main aim of all the governments should be the welfare of the people. Okay. So now what is the motto of the government to work? The welfare of the people. For welfare, what it is needed. Now, if I am a person who is living in the state government, you think I represent the state government. Now, I want to do welfare of my people. Then how can I do the welfare of the people? How can I say that I have done something good for my people? Or how can I say that there is a welfare in the life of my people where I am the head? How can I say that? How can I say that I have done the welfare? Or how can I say that people are living in a good condition in my place? I can say that if they are having good health. Yes. If I say that all the people in my area or in my state, if they are healthy, it means that I am doing some welfare to the people. Right? If I am giving good sort of education to the people, I can say that I have done welfare. If I do some work which is providing education to all the people, apart from education, good drinking water facility, I can say. If I provide proper drinking water or irrigational water, if I support the agriculture, right? If I support the agriculture, or if I even support to the business that is good in trade, right? If I do good trade, if I have proper healthcare education system, if I have proper drainage system, that is I can even say waste management system. Why make waste management? Waste management is related to health again. If you are having a clean and a green place, then will you have more illness in your society? No. So to provide this, it is compulsory to have a good waste management system, in which again we can say drainage or the garbage disposal. All these things come under this waste management. I can say that is cleanliness. If I clean it once, is it enough? If I clean all the street only once, if I sweep it once a month, is it enough? No. I have to keep it clean and I have to maintain it clean. So cleanliness is also important. So if I am providing all these things, I can say that I am doing some welfare to the people. Apart from along with all these things, I have to even provide the employment. That is, I have to do something where I can provide a good employment to the people. Now, as a government, either a state, either a center, either a local government, if I do all these things, then only I can say that I am doing welfare of my people. What I have to do? I have to provide good health. I have to provide educational facilities. I have to provide good drinking water. I have to work on the agriculture. I have to provide proper waste management system. I have to provide a proper clean environment. Then I have to even look over the employment of the people, and I have to establish good trade within my place. If I do all these things together, then only I can say that I am working for the welfare of the people. Now, in this chapter, this is the usual work of the state government. In this chapter, we are going to detail only about one aspect, that is health. Now, all this is the work of state government and all is linked to health. How? We will be seeing. Education is also linked up with health. Drinking water, drainage, cleanliness, all these things are linked up with health. Means all these things are interlinked. One is having another link to another aspect. For example, if you say, if I educate the people about the cleanliness, about the maintenance of cleanliness, then only their areas will be clean. If the areas are clean, if I'm providing good drinking water along with the cleanliness, then what happens? There is less chance for the people to fall in within my area, so that I can maintain the health point of view. Okay. Now, so all these things are linked up with each other. In this, we are discussing in detail only one aspect here, that is health. Now, usually what the government will do, it will be working for the welfare of the people. To provide the welfare, it has to provide the various facilities to the people. In that facilities, one important facility is the health. Now, how is health related to the work of government? What can the government do to provide the health to the people? Now, before discussing what is the role of government in this, first let us discuss what is health. Now, when I am using the word health, what do you mean by health? You can say that health is nothing but our well-being. This is a common definition what can we do. But here we have to include one thing. If we go to the definition, the textbook definition of health, it doesn't mean only the well-being, only the physical well-being. Even the mental and the social well-being of a person is also health. Mental and social well-being in the sense, by the mind also you have to be calm and healthy. You should be having a healthy environment. Social well-being in the sense, the environment near you or the surroundings near you should also be healthy. Then only I can say that you are a healthy person. If only if you are physically fit, you are not having any disease, then it doesn't mean you are healthy. When I say you are healthy, it means that you should be physically, mentally, and socially healthy. Then only I can term you as a healthy person. If I define health, I can say that it is a physical, social, and mental well-being of a person. What is health? It is a physical, social, and mental well-being of a person. If I define the word health, I can say that being away from any disease or any injury. If you are away from any disease or any injury, then I can say that you are having a health. If I go to the broader sense of the meaning of the health, I can say that your physical, social, and mental well-being is nothing but the health. So usually, not only having any disease, if you have any injury also, then it means that you are not healthy. So you should be away from any diseases and the injuries. Then only I can call you as a healthy person. In the broader aspect, physical, social, and mental well-being is also being healthy, right? So this is the definition of the word health. So when we discuss health, we have to discuss two aspects. How can we provide good health before like being injured or before getting any injury? How can you prevent being unhealthy, or what you should do once you are not healthy? In a sense, health we can divide into two, that is before and after. Before and after what? Getting any disease. So there is an aspect, there are two aspects that we have to consider. Before getting any disease, what can we do to be healthy? After getting any disease, what can we do to become healthy? So these are the two things what we have to remember or what we have to discuss. Before being affected by any disease, how should we maintain ourselves so that we will be healthy? Or after getting an infection or after getting a disease, how should we take care of ourselves so that we can become healthy? So here all the means is to how to become a healthy person. How to become a healthy person, let us see. When I talk about before things, like what are the before things? You have to maintain cleanliness. Yes, you have to take proper vaccinations. You have to maintain the cleanliness and do proper waste management. You have to have good drinking water. Good drinking water you should have. All these facilities you should have. And you should be even try to maintain your health by doing exercises and proper having nutritious foods, proper nutritious foods. So all these things you have to do so that you can be healthy. Now, once you are affected and you have got any disease or you have been affected by any infection or anything that made you unhealthy, then what you should do? You should visit first a hospital. You can visit either a hospital, either a primary health center, whatever it's comfortable you can visit. But you have to even take the medicines. That is medical care, I can say. You should have a proper medical care. Right? After getting infected, even you have to maintain your nutrients. Right? Maintain your nutrients by eating proper food. And you have to take care of yourself so that you can get well. So these are the things what you usually have to do to become healthy. If you are not affected by anything, then you have to maintain proper cleanliness, take proper vaccinations, have good drinking water facility, do exercises, then have the proper and nutritious food, so that you will be healthy. This is all the thing what you have to do before getting any disease. After getting any disease, what you have to do? You have to visit your hospital, you have to have a proper medical care, you have to get enough nutrition so that your body get balanced, and you have to take care of yourself. So these are the things what you need to follow before and after. So when I talk about the before things, there are few photographs which are given in our textbook. You have to analyze these photographs and then tell me how these things are related to the health. As you can see your textbook, if you can see your textbook, there are few photographs which are given here. Right? You have to observe these photographs and tell me how they are related to the health. So if you see a woman is carrying a pot on her head, that is also related to health. A surgeon who is doing a surgery, that is also related to her health. And a nutritious food, a plate full of nutritious food is also related to health. So all the pictures which are given in your textbook are related to health. So today's your work is you have to write down how these pictures are related to health in your own words, and I'll be asking you in the interactive class about this. So what you have to do, you have to note down all the points there. You have to see the photograph. You have to write down how they are related to health, and the same we are going to ask you in the interactive section. Okay. Now here what happened? We have defined the word health. We have seen what we have to do before, what we have to do after. Now when I am talking about these things, that is before, I can say that is nothing but the health care. And all the before things, whatever we discussed, I can say it in a one word, which is called as health care. Means how we have to maintain our health. So how we have to take care of our health. That is the health care. So let us see how is this health care in India. How is this health care in India? Overall India we are going to see now. How is this health care done? What do you mean by health care? It is nothing but the precautions or the things what we usually follow before getting any disease so that we can be healthy. So usually that is the health care what we will be taking before the infection or before the diseases. So usually how these health care is in India. Let us understand this. We will be doing this with a small comparison table which is given within our textbook. If you see that table within your textbook, there is a comparison table. You have to give title to this table here. What title you will be giving, we will be discussing in the interactive section. But here usually you see there is a comparison here. In the first comparison, that is they have told us, India has a large number of doctors. Large number of doctors are produced every year. Nearly 30,000 doctors. 30,000 doctors are produced per year. So what is given here in the first point, guys? That India is the largest producer, one of the largest producers of doctors. That is, every year nearly 30,000 doctors are qualified. Means every year someone who is finishing their doctor degree will be getting qualified as a doctor. So usually every year, normally how many people become the doctor? In India, 30,000 people will become the doctors. And there is a comparison here. That is number of hospitals. The number of hospitals is given to us in different years. By 1950, in the year 1950, there were nearly 1,117 hospitals. Sorry, not 1,000. 2,717 hospitals. Means how many number of hospitals were there in India at the time of 1950? By 1950, that is when our constitution was written. In the same year, how many number of hospitals were there? 2,717 hospitals. Next, by the year 1991, the number has increased. The number has increased from 2,000 to 11,124. Means within few years, what happened within the span of 40 to 41 years, from 2,000, the number of hospitals increased to 11,000, and by the year of 2017, if you see, the number has almost become double. That is 23,583 has become. So this is the static part which is given to us. They are saying that the number of hospitals in India, they were in 1950 only 2,700. By the year 1991, they became 11,100. Next, by the year 2017, 23,583 hospitals we have. And we have a good number of medical tourists. And we have good number of medical tourists. Now, what do you mean by medical tourists? We have what? We have good number of medical tourists. So what do you mean by medical tourists? Usually, whenever there is a good medical facility in any country, the people of one country will be visiting that another country to get that medical facilities. So like that, there are many people from the world who will come to India to get a treatment, get the classic treatment of a particular disease. So those people who come for medical treatment from some another countries to our country are called as medical tourists. So every year the number of medical tourists to India is increasing. Means people from many other countries come to India to take the medical treatment. So we have a good number of medical tourists. And apart from this, the last thing what is given to us is here, India is the fourth largest producer of medicines. Fourth largest producer of what? Of medicines. Now this is the picture about the healthcare in India. That is, we are having number of doctors. That is 30,000 doctors we got produced every year. We are having increased number of hospitals. By 2017, the number is up to 23,000, which is almost the more than the double amount from 1991. Where we have started our journey from 2,000 hospitals, now we are having 23,000 hospitals. And we are having good number of medical tourists who are coming from different countries to India to get the treatment. And we are the fourth largest producers of the medicines. So this is the comparison table which is given. This is the positive side. Now let us understand the negative side which is given. Now when I say that there are more number of doctors, that nearly 30,000 people are qualifying every year. But the truth is that in this, most of the people will be in urban areas. No one want to work in rural area. What do you mean by rural area? That is in the villages. In the villages, if you go to a village, you have to nearly travel 5 to 10 kilometers to get a doctor. So that is the reality. Even when we are qualifying 30,000 doctors a year, we cannot find even one doctor in the rural place. Most of the doctors will be insisting to work in the urban areas where they can get more and more profit, and they don't want to do any service to the people. So this is the reality. Even if we are producing 30,000 doctors per year, we are not even having one doctor for 5 kilometers in the rural areas. So this is the reality. Next, if you see, there are number of hospitals. We are saying that we are having nearly 23,583 hospitals very small diseases, because of very small diseases like diarrhea in the villages. Means even if we are having 23,000 hospitals in India, we have 5 lakh people dying every year because of lack of medical facilities or lack of hospitals, I can say. Diarrhea is a very simple disease. It can be cured if you give proper medical help, or medicines if you give could be cured. But because of such small diseases also, in India, nearly 5 lakh people die even now. Even now, 5 lakh people per year will be dying because of these small diseases. Why? Because they are not having any hospital in their area, or they are not having a proper doctor within that area. So even for the world, we are having 23,000 hospitals registered, but there is a thing that for 5 kilometers we don't find even a doctor, even a hospital in the villages. Because of this, nearly 5 lakh people are dying every year. Next, we have seen that we are having good amount of medical tourists to India. That is, people from different countries will come to have a treatment in India or a good treatment in India. But nearly 21% of communicable diseases like cold, cough, which are communicated from one person to another person, like diarrhea, worms, hepatitis, which are mostly the waterborne diseases. Means waterborne in the sense which will be spread and borne because of water. So such communicable diseases are there in India, and many people will be suffering this because we are having world-class facilities in the hospitals, because of which we are having more number of medical tourists to India. But the truth is that we are having still 21% of communicable diseases, that is waterborne diseases, because of which many people die in India. Means one side we are unable to provide the proper treatment to the people who are living in the villages or dying because of simple diseases. But for the world, what we are showing, we are having a good number of medical tourists who are coming from other countries to get the treatment here in India. Why? Because treatment is very good, like very high class treatment is given to the people in India. So that is why many medical tourists visit to India to get the treatments. Now here we have said that we are the 4th largest producer of medicine in the world. But the truth is that many children die because of malnutrition in India. Malnutrition in the sense a disease which is caused because of lack of nutrition. Means if we are unable to provide proper drinking water, proper food to a child, then as he is having lack of nutrients, he will die. So because of malnutrition, most of the children in India will die in some places. So this is the truth, this is the reality, that being the 4th largest producer of medicines, we are unable to provide nutrients to the children in our country only. So this is the reality and the picture. So you tell me now what you will give title to this. This is all the positive side which I have told you, and this is all the negative side. So you have to give a title to this scholars. So let me see what you will give the title in the interactive class. So what we have discussed in our class today, we have discussed the definition of health. We have understood what is the role of the government. We are having hierarchy of government. First is the central government, then the state, then the local government. Under local government, we will be having district heads, and under district heads, we will be having municipalities which will be working to solve all the problems of the people. In that, one of the welfare aspect what the state has to look at is health. So when I am talking about health, it is not only your physical health, your mental and social health is also important. So if I define the word health, we have a definition within our textbook here, that is remaining free from illness or injuries could be called as a health, right? Remaining free from illness and injuries could be called as a health. So when I talk about health, there are some precautions or some things that you need to follow before so that you can be healthy, or there are some things that you need to follow after so that you could be healthy. So when I talk before the things what you have to do become healthy, I can say that it is a health care, and we have discussed how the health care is in India. So we have compared it with 2 of the facts here. First we have discussed the positive side, then we have understood the negative side here. Firstly, we had nearly 30,000 doctors who are produced. But the thing is that in rural areas, we don't even have one doctor for a 5 to 10 kilometers. We are having nearly 23,000 hospitals in the India, but the thing is that we are losing nearly 5 lakh people per year because of there is lack of hospitals in the rural areas. Then we have a good amount of medical tourists to India who are visiting for the world-class facilities and treatments to India, but the in-ground reality is that we are unable to even protect the people from having some simple waterborne diseases like diarrhea, and we are losing them. And next, being the fourth largest producers of medicines in the world, we are unable to protect our children from malnutrition, and many children are dying every year because of malnutrition. So this is the picture about the healthcare in India. We will discuss more about the health and the aspects what we have to do after getting the infection, or before this only what we have to follow. We'll be discussing in the coming up classes. So please note down the important points from the class, and also please note the points of clarification, and you can ask your questions in the interactive sections. And today's work is you have to just go on, just see the pictures which are given in the textbook and note down how they are related to health. We will discuss about that thing in our interactive classes. Thank you.